Today, we will embark on an in-depth exploration of four-dimensional thinking, where the lines between internal and external thought and reality start to blur. Let's begin. Picture for a moment that everything exists right now, in this very instant. This is the core of four-dimensional thinking, a perspective that surpasses the limitations of traditional perception. It holds that the internal dialogues we have, those quiet conversations within ourselves, shape not only our thoughts, but also the world around us. What we ponder and discuss in our minds forms the framework of our experiences with both people and our surroundings. These internal thoughts and discussions are the seeds of imagination, and what we envision materializes in our lives like scenes projected onto the screen of space. But what do we truly wish to create and experience? When discussing creation, we're not referring to conjuring something from nothing. Rather, we're talking about revealing what already exists in an unseen reality, because everything at its core already exists, waiting for the moment of realization. Consider it a journey toward realizing this pre-existing reality. Our inner dialogue, thoughts, and visions act as a compass guiding us on this journey. Our inner voice, distinct from incessant mental chatter, speaks in harmony and abundance, reminding us that in the fourth dimension's realm, anything is possible. Four-dimensional thinking is a wisdom often shared by Neville Goddard, who urged us to emulate God by contemplating how God brings forth the invisible as if it were visible. The unseen becomes seen, and this concept applies to our lives too. We can bring the invisible into visibility. To do so, we must harness imagination's power before externalizing it. Our inner conversations, those intimate discussions with ourselves, are the birthplace of imagination. They cradle what we envision and ultimately manifest in our lives. In four-dimensional thinking, we learn to replicate the divine act of calling forth the invisible into the visible realm. We cultivate faith, which Neville wisely described as loyalty to invisible reality, a profound trust in all things' existence, even if they haven't yet manifested in our physical world. That's why I repeatedly emphasize in our videos that we are the creators of our own reality. We have the power to mold it with our thoughts and shape it through our internal dialogues. What we envision in our minds isn't just a fleeting thought. It's an unfolding process before us. As Neville once remarked, many individuals, including myself, have witnessed events before they transpired in this three-dimensional world. Since humans can foresee events before they manifest in the physical realm, life on Earth must follow a predetermined plan that exists elsewhere in another dimension, gradually passing through our space. Despite their power, our senses often obscure the unseen wonders around us. To truly perceive the invisible, we must liberate our minds from the constraints of sensory evidence. We need to concentrate on the unseen, feeling and perceiving it until it becomes as real as anything tangible. Throughout our lives, we've been conditioned to believe that reality is defined by our five senses. However, there comes a time in our spiritual journey when we begin to think independently, stepping outside conventional boundaries. At this moment, we ask ourselves what we truly want and how we wish to live. In answering these deep questions, we uncover desires that guide us along unique paths. Listening to our intuition and inner voice acts as a compass, allowing us to interpret sensory information from various perspectives. Through this practice, we achieve success and manifest results uniquely suited to us. Some might even see us as geniuses or creative thinkers. By bringing our deepest desires to fruition, we gain insights into transcending the confines of three-dimensional thinking, which often traps us in past and future concerns. When we affirm something has been accomplished, we enter a different mindset. Although the external world may seem unchanged, our perception shifts, revealing a new reality before us. By aligning our internal dialogue with our vision, we connect our desires with sensory data and no longer feel oppressed or affected by external circumstances or opinions. We effortlessly choose experiences from the outside world guided by our inner voice, leading us down unexpected yet meaningful paths and connecting with people and environments aligned with our spiritual journey. This captures the essence of our inner journey, where intuition, internal dialogue, and genuine desires merge to craft a life that transcends ordinary understanding. In the captivating process of bringing our desires to fruition, certain circumstances and information play pivotal roles. Let's delve deeper into this idea to uncover hidden truths capable of transforming our lives. Imagine deciding to embark on a new career. Now consider what it would be like to experience the core of this new career as if it were already a reality. To truly grasp this essence, we must immerse ourselves in the vision of what we desire, engaging all our senses and plunging into this imaginative realm. In this sacred moment, we perform an act of faith, and it is here that profound transformation occurs. This marks the critical point of manifestation and four-dimensional thinking. Even if surface reality appears unchanged, subtle shifts begin to emerge. Feelings and inspirations arise, and unexpected individuals enter our lives. These connections steer us toward opportunities beyond conventional paths. This unconventional growth aligns with what is known as four-dimensional thinking. In this mindset, the essential idea is that everything exists now, and we are part of this reality. To master seeing the invisible, it's crucial to liberate your mind from the constraints of the five senses. Focus your attention on an unseen state until it becomes as tangible as the world around you. Here is where imagination takes center stage. A beneficial practice is entering a near-sleep state while concentrating on a single image representing your goal, or creating affirmations that declare its completion. These practices shift us into a different mental state where we feel as though it's already accomplished. Consider your thoughts as a focused beam of light. When you concentrate deeply and intensely in one direction, other sensations fade into the background as if they vanish. Thus, concentration is key to manifestation. An integral part of concentration involves tuning into our internal dialogues. Ensure that your inner conversations consistently align with your desired outcomes. By observing changes within yourself, you will inevitably notice shifts in the external world as well. This interplay between your inner and outer realities is a harmonious dance. Such a process fosters joyful concentration and unwavering focus on your vision, as you realize that the power resides within you. Your internal world acts as a catalyst for transformation, influencing the external world to mirror your beliefs and assumptions. As time goes by, you become more adept at altering your internal dialogue and witnessing the beautiful transformation in your outer reality. Remember, the essence of creating your reality lies within you. This practice unlocks deep spiritual insight and allows us to perceive beyond the sensory world to uncover hidden truths. As ancient scriptures remind us, since the world's creation, His invisible qualities are evident, understood through what has been made, including His eternal power and divine nature, leaving us without excuse. Romans 1:20. To grasp our vision, we must recognize that it operates independently of our natural faculties. We can't rely solely on our physical senses. Instead, we must awaken our spiritual senses to truly understand life's mysteries. This approach may seem contrary to our education about the sensory world, but holds the key to what is known as four-dimensional thinking, the belief that all things exist in the present because they can be perceived before manifesting physically. To cultivate this way of thinking, we must turn inward and observe our self-talk regarding daily experiences and future visions. I'm not suggesting you become fixated on a future that hasn't arrived yet. Rather, this knowledge helps you better comprehend the concept and manifest your desires for life. For instance, consider moments when we perceive rejection from the world around us, or when someone questions our aspirations by suggesting failure is inevitable. It might feel uncomfortable to hear this, but such events originate deep within us. Before these external occurrences unfold, there exists an internal dialogue, perhaps something like doubting one's ability to succeed or questioning whether achieving a goal is possible. The doubts you harbor within yourself, fueled by your own thoughts, often manifest externally as disappointing words from others. The denial we encounter in the sensory world can mirror an internal doubt or assumption, and the key to altering your reality lies in transforming these inner beliefs. All changes and transformations originate within our consciousness. Although they may seem to occur in the external world, these shifts actually begin as subtle movements inside us. It's akin to a story unfolding on the grand stage of our lives, where the theater of your outer world acts as a mirror reflecting internal changes. Behaviors, environments, circumstances, and information we come across serve as the canvas for these internal transformations. Through this process, our inner world reveals itself outwardly. With all sincerity, I hope this concept becomes the key to the transformation you seek, whether it pertains to your desires or spiritual growth. Avoid viewing yourself merely as a product of your five senses. Doing so can lead to a sense of drifting through an uncontrollable reality. To cleanse our minds and adjust our internal dialogues, we must recognize that these conversations are not mere reflections of our experiences, but rather the architects of our outer world. Initially, this may seem challenging because we tend to believe they are the cause of our reality. However, with dedication, we can gradually shift our perspective. Remember that all change originates in consciousness, even the future, carefully detailed in anticipation and offering multiple paths at every stage of life. It is through our internal conversations and dialogues with the external world, whether through circumstances or information, that we navigate toward the future we desire. There are many ways to achieve your goals, through force, flow, or a combination of both. Ultimately, the choice is yours. Understanding that all change occurs within consciousness will shift your inner dialogue toward proactivity. By affirming that all power and everything exists in the present moment, you enter a realm of infinite possibilities, shaping your reality with intention and grace. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you found this video meaningful, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel. Feel free to share it with others who might also appreciate the message. Don't forget to leave a comment below with your thoughts, reflections, and experiences. Thank you for watching and being here with me. Take care and see you soon.